Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have a lot of very exciting news and positive news surrounding Star Wars Squadrons. Recently, the lead director and some of the developers have gotten very busy out on social media, giving us some more detail and context and positive news on the game. Before we get stuck into it, I would like to urge you to subscribe and drop a big thumbs up on the video, as it will help the video get out to more people who are also interested in finding out the latest news for Star Wars Squadrons. Anyways, getting stuck right into the news, as I mentioned, we have a lot more detail and context coming from the developers out on social media. One of these guys responding out on social media is Ian Fraser, who recently was asked about Hotas support for those console players out there looking to get the full flight simulator experience, and this is what he had to say. Good news, pilots! As you may know, Squadron supports Hotas, throttle and joystick controls on PC. I'm happy to announce that we're adding Hotas support to both PS4 and Xbox One as well, in a patch that will be available the moment the game goes live. Obviously, this is great news for all of you console guys who were actually looking forward to be getting the complete flight simulator experience. Now, just one thing to note, those Hotas support that will work for PC, anything you can use is quite widespread on the computer or on the PC as you like, but if you play on console, if you want to use this Hotas support, you will need to be using the specific one for the console. So you will need to buy the PS4 Hotas throttle controls for the PS4, or you'll need to buy the Xbox version for the Xbox consoles. You cannot mix and use third-party softwares, as they currently do not work with the patch that will go live with the game. So just take that into consideration when looking to buy a Hotas support controller. Some more positive news for people who have currently pre-ordered the game. The pre-download date has now officially gone live, so anyone who has it pre-ordered on PlayStation, PC and Xbox or Steam can go ahead and pre-download the game, so that the minute the game comes live for the 1st of October for those who are pre-ordered, you will actually be able to instantly boot up the game without any download. For me, currently the download is not working. Let me know in the comments if it is the same for you. For me on Origin it's coming up with an error, but the pre-download is out, so if you can do it, go ahead and get it done. Moving on to the next topic, we got some more news out on Twitter that was recently tweeted by both Motive, EA and other studios, confirming that the game has now gone officially gold. And if you don't know what this means, it basically means when a game has gone gold, it's completely done. It's been shipped off, it's been carbonated, whatever you want to call it. It's getting printed off, it's been turned into like a disc form, getting packaged and sent to retailers. So ignore all this stuff. I don't know exactly the process, but you get my point. The game has gone gold, so the game is ready and it's been sent off to loads of retailers in physical disc format. So the game has gone completely gold, which means all the updates and everything they want to do for the game for the launch has now been completely set, and it's all about marketing and release dates. Again, moving on to some other stuff, Ian Fraser actually had some more stuff to say out on Twitter. Now, as you guys may know, the PS5 and the new Xbox Series is set to be released in the next 2 months. Now, this is weird timing for Squadrons, as it only comes out in October before the brand new release of these two consoles, and some people had their concerns considering app data and what they would be able to do with the data if they played on PS4 and if they could continue their progress on PS5. So somebody out on Twitter had said, "Hey Ian, just wondering, if I get Squadrons for the PS4, will I be able to transfer save data from it over the backward compatible PS5 when the time comes?" Now, Ian Fraser simply responded and said, "I don't have any info yet on how that stuff will work. Sorry." Now, I assume that you will be able to. All you would have to do is log into your details, reinstall the game, and all your data from your account would already be there. So not to worry, if you have the old generation of the PlayStation or the Xbox consoles, and then you go ahead and upgrade, you should be able to log in and get all of your data as you would with all the other games. Now, moving back on to the subject of Hotas and the Hotas control and the support for the consoles, someone had something to say on Twitter asking Ian about the controls. He says, "Hey all, couple of cues for the T-Flight on PS4. Can the rudder yaw levers on the throttle stick be remapped to function as something aside of an additional yaw control, such as show loadout and drift? Also, do you guys have a diagram for default controls on the T-Flight 4? If you don't know what this is the specific Hotas controls for the PlayStation. Ian then responded, says, yes, you can remap that if you want. I actually tried having it do show loadout, funny enough, but I removed it way too easy to on accident, so I removed it. You can map it though the way you like. I don't think we're releasing the default controls yet, perhaps later. Now, sorry if that was a bit hard to read or track through my own voice, but the image is also on the screen. Basically, this confirms quite a few things. You can completely customize and map the controls the way you want, and I also think this is very important for games now in the mainstream media, being able to control and completely map the buttons to the way you like. But the other thing this also confirms is there's no default controls yet, at least for consoles. It does say that it was specific, the question was to PlayStation 4, but I believe, as he said, it's more based on the console side of things, that you will not have a preset control. So when you launch the game, if you do decide to go with Hotas, you have to completely map and decide where the buttons go yourself. There is no starting point, so just keep on the lookout for that when using your Hotas controls at launch for Star Wars Squadrons. Now, lastly, onto some news considering customization. So recently someone had actually asked Ian yet again out on Twitter another question, which he actually responded to quite brilliantly. Now let me go ahead and put it on the screen and quote the tweet. So somebody out on Twitter called Danny O'Brien actually tweeted at Ian asking a question considering customization. He says, can you customize your astromech? I've been keeping an eye out for this, and so far I haven't seen anything. And Ian Fraser, who has again been very active out on social media, which is great to see, has again responded saying, directly, no. Indirectly, yes. When you apply a paint job to your ship, it also applies to your astromech. So for instance, with a chromium flash paint job for your ship, the ship itself gets a shiny silvery treatment and your astromech gets a nice red treatment. So again, this customization thing, it now confirms that basically there will not be specific customizations for the astromechs in the game, but it does come with indirect changes. Now, this is not to say it will completely mimic the skin of your fighter, but at the same time it does match the theme of your fighter and the customization. So again, nice to see some more updates on the customization, and again, Ian being extremely active out on Twitter. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video. We have a lot of news that we've just gone over there, confirming things from Hotas support to controls and customization to button mapping, skins and cosmetics, release dates, preload down delays, and much more. So if you're excited for Star Wars Squadrons again and found this video helpful, go ahead and drop a big thumbs up, as it helps the video get out there to many other people looking for Star Wars Squadrons news in recent times. And if you also enjoyed and are looking forward to the release of the game and also more content for Star Wars Squadrons, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And one last thing, if you are looking to support the channel financially and help me continuation of making videos such as this one and the live streams, if you would like to become a member, you can also find it somewhere in the description down below. And we also have a Discord where you can claim some of those perks, also again listed in the description down below. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Until then, goodbye.